Is your pentatonic sounding kinda boring? Let's turn it into a shred machine. In this video, I'll show you how to do exactly that. We're gonna take that plain old scale and turn it into a full-on shred machine. Modern, aggressive, expressive, without losing that bluesy feel we all love. And at the end, I'll give you 3 licks to use right away to start applying this in your solos. Every blues or rock guitarist knows this classic E minor pentatonic scale. Now, when you want to sound more shred, a lot of people think that you had to move away from the pentatonic and jump into modes, harmonic minor, and all that stuff. But the truth is, you can stick with the same scale you already know, just spice it up a bit to make it sound fuller, richer, and more pro. What we're gonna add are chromatic notes. Passing notes you sneak in between the notes of the scale. Technically, you can throw any note, but I'll show you my favorites, the ones that sound the best if you're after that mix of modern blues and melodic shred. So let's start with the E minor pentatonic. It goes like this. We start with the root, then the minor third, then the fourth, then the fifth, the seventh, and here we start again with the same 5 notes. Root, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, root, minor third, right? Now listen to how it changes when we add these key chromatic notes. Right, so here we are adding this note, that is the blue note, this other note, that is the major 7th, then again we add this note, right, that is the flat 5 or blue note again, then we add also the major 6 that comes from the Dorian mode, and here we add this one that is the second, okay, so the whole thing again. First thing I recommend, play this new shape over a backing track, just to get used to how it feels and how it sounds. Play it up and down like this. Then start messing around with short phrases. These chromatic notes work great as passing notes, but like any rule in music, you can totally break it. Experiment, see what sounds good to you. With just a few tweaks, you'll see how this classic scale can become your secret weapon for shredding. By the way, 52-week Guitar Player will be reopening for enrollment in mid-September. We'll only be accepting 100 new students when we reopen, but more on that later. Alright, it's time for the 3 licks I promised. This will help you really lock with this chromatic pentatonic concept. Lick number 1. Okay, so this lick slowly goes like this. Okay, so notice that we are covering mostly the whole scale, but starting on the 5th string, on the A string, okay, we play these notes twice, okay? Fret number 12, 13 and 14. And then we repeat this pattern on the 4th string, on the D. Then similarly, but on the G string, we play 12, but now 14 and 15. Okay, remember that this is the extra note for the scale. Then we do same thing on the B string, and we bend on fret number 15 and reach the sound of this E note. Okay, right? I'm using alternate picking. I start with a downstroke and they alternate down, up all the time. So the whole thing slowly again. And you can add vibrato at the end. Link number 2. So, link number 2, this is the slow version. Okay, so here I'm using a different technique with my right hand because I'm combining fingers and pick. Okay, this technique is called hybrid picking. But let's talk about the scale, right? So here we start on the G string and I play this note that is part of the scale, is the 4th, okay, of the E minor scale. So we play 14th fret on the G string, and then I play a hammer on to the blue note, okay, to the 15. And then with my major finger, I hit the fret number 12 on the high string. So we have. Then I play again 15 on the G string, legato to 14. So we have. And legato, okay, another pull off to 12. So we have. Okay, so the following notes are 14th fret on the D string, 14th fret on the G string, 14th again, and 12 on the 3rd. So we have. Right? Then we have 14 on the D string, 12 on that same string, on the D string, and then we have. Okay, so this part is 14 on the 15, so this part is 14 on the A string, 14 on the D string, again A string, and 12 fret on the D string. So we have. Then we play, okay, this chromatic line playing the blue note, 14th fret, 13th fret, and 12th fret on the A string. Then we play the 15th fret on the low string and the 12, the root, okay? So the whole thing slowly again. Link number 3. So link number 3 at slow tempo sounds like this. Okay, so this is a repetitive pattern that starts on the high string. Okay, and notice that I'm using this extra note for the pentatonic. Okay, remember that this note comes from the minor scale. Okay, and I play pick there. Okay, and then all with legato. So 15th fret, 12th fret, then 14, 15, 14, and 12, all with legato. So this is a pattern that you have to practice. Okay, but I play it only once on this string and then repeat the same idea on the B string. And then the same idea on the G string. And finally this bluesy idea. So the whole thing slowly. "52-Week Guitar Player" will be reopening for enrollment in mid-September. If you want a more personalized guitar learning experience, you can get help directly from myself or another professional in this program. We'll only be accepting 100 new students when we reopen. Sign up to the waiting list now to be among the first in line.